Tuesday, Wednesday.
45, I love it.
Charlie D'Amelio.
Yo, give me your car. I want your car now.
No, I won't.
Because I have a gun.
So what? Who cares? What are you gonna do, shoot me in front of a public here? Why would you want to steal a Mercedes S-Class? It's expensive to maintain. Nobody wants this. What the hell is wrong with you? Just go and steal like Toyotas or Lexuses. Those are the ones you should be stealing, not this. I'm not giving you this. Look, over there, look. There's a Toyota Grand Highlander. Look at that. Go and steal that one. Shush, go away. Leave me alone. You're gonna shoot me. Crazy people.
This is the 2024 Mercedes-Benz S580E, and this is the 2024 BMW 750E. These are the heaviest, most expensive, most luxurious, and most comfortable plug-in hybrid saloons you can buy. And today, I'm going to compare them.
When you think of these two vehicles, the last thing that comes to mind is fuel efficiency. And if you are someone as well off and got lots of money, you need a luxurious saloon, you're not really looking to have a fuel efficient vehicle.
It would appear that BMW and Mercedes-Benz think otherwise.
Besides the fuel efficiency, these vehicles can be driven on full EV. The Mercedes actually got me through the entire week just on EV, which is super impressive. The BMW gives you about 55 kilometers on a full charge, and the Mercedes about 90 kilometers. That is super impressive. You see that? That's called a green plate, and depends where you're located. You can take the HOV lane alone. Yes, while all the peasants are stuck in traffic, guess what? You'll fly right through. That's another benefit besides the comfort and the luxury these two offer.
And then there are the looks. On one side, the 750i boasts a bold, attention-grabbing design that practically shouts, "I'm here, look at me." On the other side, the Mercedes offers a more understated yet undeniably imposing presence. Of course, that's just my take. Let's see what others have to say.
I did a contest on Instagram. I took a picture of each car, posted it, and I wanted to see which one people liked the most. And you guys voted for the Mercedes. 75% of the people said that the Mercedes is the best looking vehicle out of the two. I have a feeling that the designers of Mercedes and BMW kind of talk to each other. What do I say with that? Well, this is more boxy, that's more curvy. This one has hidden door handles, so you have to press the button to open the door. The Mercedes has them hidden, but then as you approach the vehicle, you can do that and they just pop out. Look at that. And then you open the door. They had to, at some point, talk to each other and go, we can't design them the same way. We can't make the door handle the same way. We have to be different. And they did exactly that.
And then there is the interior, where luxury and technology are blended together like strawberry banana smoothie.
I believe even the interior designers were talking to each other. Take, for example, the screens in the back. Mercedes has one screen. BMW said, you know what, we're just going to cut this in half and then put it on the door panel. That's exactly what they did. Now you have a screen on each side that you can control pretty much everything, because at the end of the day, this is where you want to be, not really as a driver. They're designed mostly for the backside, and they offer both of them the most comfort you'll ever get in any car, in my opinion. You've got amazing quilting, you've got amazing seats, comfortable. Mercedes has these little pillows at the back so that you can feel as comfortable as possible. Another thing they talk to each other is the sunroof. You see, Mercedes has split in two. So you've got one in the front, one in the back for the passengers in the back. BMW said, to hell with that. We're just going to put a standard glass all the way through, and that's exactly what they did. I do feel that they actually either looked at each other's designs or they kind of talked to each other. But nonetheless, both vehicles will offer you the most options and luxury, whether it's the second row or front row. Talking about the front row, the BMW designers did a full screen in here, all in one piece. You got the cluster, you got the infotainment display. Mercedes went the other way. They said, you know what? we're going to design it differently. We're going to put a screen in the middle and then another screen here for the cluster. We can't be the same. They did just that. They both offer heads-up display, wireless charging pad, tons of options. Now, one of my favorite things about the BMW, which I think a lot of people will agree, is the fact that you get a control unit in the center to control the infotainment. Why is that important? Well, you don't want to leave fingerprints everywhere. You just use that. Mercedes, on the other hand, you can actually see the fingerprints pretty much every day, so it's going to be a pain. Although the butler will take care of that most of the time. Although I appreciate this design, including the switches for the seats, they look nice and diamond cut, appreciate that. Even this part here, nice design. But where it actually fails, in my opinion, is actually functionality. If you look carefully right now, behind the screen, you can't see the numbers for the button. You have the memory seats right here. And yesterday while driving, I realized that I couldn't find where the memory seat 1 was because my wife had driven it first, and then I jumped in. Of course, I had to fix the seat because I'm taller than her, and I kept looking for number 1, but because the sun was shining in it, I couldn't see anything.
The Mercedes-Benz keeps things interesting too. They've tucked the headlight switch on the side of the door, giving first-timers a bit of an unexpected twist. Not my favorite place. Now that we've covered everything from interior and exterior, the next question is, how do these drive?
Driving the Mercedes S-Class is something special. Let me explain that. This car has a lot of history. Dictators have driven these. Presidents, well-known figures across the world have driven a Mercedes S-Class. Could even be the bulletproof one or just a standard, except the American president that drives a Caddy. I enjoy this quite a lot because the comfort level you find in this car, it's quite impressive. And if I could, I would drive this every single day. Genuinely. Because it's super comfortable. Whether is the suspension system, the steering wheel. I love the bolsters here. They just hug you every time you turn a little bit. On my left side, same thing. When you go into the right side, this thing just hugs you nicely. I like it. It also feels heavy in comparison to the 7 Series because the way this thing drives, and also it is heavier than the BMW 7 Series. It did the same thing right now. I just turned left and it puts you right in the middle and it makes sure that you don't shift left and right. Even here, I enjoy this. I actually don't mind it. Yes, I hate the fingerprints, but the infotainment is easy to use. You can go into the main menu. It's got different driving modes. You can do sport mode, hybrids, electric, but it's empty right now. You can do brake, battery hold, which essentially holds the battery. It will not discharge it. You can do intelligent. I usually, when the battery is on, I keep it in electric or hybrid. But I drove it all week. No gas use. I just had to top it up today. It is Saturday. And yeah, that's about it. I didn't need to top this thing up at all, which is super impressive. I also love looking at that badge in the front every time I drive it. I don't know why. It's weird, but I enjoy that. You also have full driver assistant package in this case, which you could easily just turn it on in here. We can turn it on, set the speed, do 70 kilometers, and there you go. Essentially drives for you. I just increase the speed a little bit to the speed limit, and it does everything for you. It's detecting the lanes to make sure you're within the lanes so you don't crash. And right now it's going to steer for me. I'm just doing 80 kilometers, which is the speed limit here would be about 40 miles or under that. Look at this, enjoying the view. Keep your hands on the wheel, of course. It's not self-driving, but it'll do most of the work. The BMW, on the other hand, feels very light. It also feels very techy inside. It's so different to the Mercedes. It feels more futuristic. It's also more futuristic on the outside. you can see the design language is different to the Mercedes S-Class. It feels like a EQS competitor rather than the Mercedes S-Class because the way this thing is designed. In fact, even the i7 is essentially the same car. I mean, even when you look at the driving modes, look at this. You've got personal, sport, which is of course normal. Then you have efficient, and then you have expressive, relax, digital arts, and all of them have their own music, which, by the way, it was done by Hans Zimmer, one of the most famous composers out there. All the sounds in this car are created by Hans Zimmer. The Mercedes has a bit more of a boat ride. The suspension in the BMW, it's slightly stiffer, I would say, in comparison to the Mercedes S-Class. It's comfortable. The seats are my favorite. Out of the two, the BMW has the best seats. They actually feel like a couch, which is shocking. It actually feels like you're at home. And the design idea, it's exactly that, to make you feel like you're at home. Love it.
The next question is to find out how fast these cars are. And of course, there's only one way to find out. A quarter-mile drag race. Let's roll.
He's got a 3-liter inline-6. I have a 3-liter inline-6. So this is going to be interesting. The S580 uses a 3-liter inline-6 turbocharged engine. It makes about combined 510 brake horsepower and 553 pound-feet of torque. Uses a 22.7 kilowatt-hour battery. Uses 9-speed automatic transmission. It is 4MATIC. But this thing, because it has a heavy battery, it is 5,606 pounds. It's pretty heavy. The 750E also uses a 3-liter inline-6 engine with, of course, 14.4 kilowatt-hour battery, which is smaller than the Mercedes, and it makes 483 brake horsepower and 516 pound-feet of torque. Now, that's BMW numbers, so keep that in mind. It's made into an 8-speed automatic transmission. It is, of course, X-Drive, but it is lighter than the Mercedes at 5,331 pounds. Now, power to weight ratio, they're about the same, which makes it even more interesting because the Mercedes makes more. But again, that's BMW numbers. Okay, first thing I want to do is put this in sport all the way through. Let me turn off the climate because I want to use all the power I can. Climate menu, and we're turning off everything. I hate that, but I have to do this. Into drive, and he on the other side has a bit more exciting modes. He's got sport mode, but he has them in different names, of course, a little bit fancier in the BMW. Having said that, I think it's about time we race. Launched at the same time.
Bye-bye.
Oh my God, that BMW is fast! Look at him! Catching up, come on. Nope, 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 nope. But you know what? It's nice because I get to race in a very comfortable car. He got it. BMW numbers. BMW numbers. That's what it's all about. Wow, that was about a car. Woo! I gotta say, this thing is pretty comfortable at that speed, but it launches not as good as BMW.
Since we were at the runway, we thought maybe we can also do a brake test, but this time a little bit different. I'll have my team jump in the back, I'll be the driver, and we're gonna do 100 kilometers an hour brake test, or 60 miles per hour.
What are you doing? There you go. You're good. Oh, it takes some time, I know. Okay, you guys ready? Don't be scared, okay? I mean, it's 100 kilometers an hour. What's the worst? Okay, let's do this. That's a good point. Yeah, you're used to that, right? Okay, we're at 60. We're reaching 70, 80. Come on, 94, 96, 100. Okay. Oh!
Yeah, the seats, they come forward.
Yeah,
What happened?
the
The
seats
seats,
come
they come
forward.
forward.
If they feel a hard brake, they like brace you more.
Okay.
cool.
It didn't feel as bad.
No.
I thought it was gonna be worse. I had pedal to the metal.
Yeah.
I was very disappointed, I'm not gonna lie. I was expecting so much more fun.
What, like actual hard hit?
Yeah.
Interesting.
We should do it 200,
Felt calm.
No, that's not a good idea.
150.
Okay, we kind of have to walk back now because we're gonna keep the car in here. Okay, boys, into the BMW. You guys ready?
Yep.
Okay. And we have departed. Let's see. 40 kilometers, 50, 60. I'm just driving normally. 72, 90. And we're 100 and 100.
Yep.
Yep, that was
That was harder than the Mercedes.
yeah,
Yes.
much harder.
Like I actually felt that.
Yeah.
But you know what? See, the Mercedes is all the way there.
Yep.
Yep.
Wow.
So, the BMW is the fastest. It has better braking. It will cost you less than the Mercedes. And it even has better four-way steering, as we can see from this test. Naturally, it is the smartest choice out of the two. But having said that, even though the BMW is the better option on paper, I still prefer the S580.